in 2025, I read 66 books. Yes, 66. But let me clear up something really quick because this is the craziest part. Before September, I barely read. Like, barely, I maybe read like 20 books max. Why? Because I had exams, I was preparing for something, and reading was really not happening. And then once my exams were over, I don't know what happened, but I started reading, reading, and reading. And before you asked me, no, I did not sleep. I did not touch grass. And I read some questionable stuffs that I'm not really proud of. And out of those 66 books, there were some books that absolutely owned me and consumed my soul. And I know that I have to recommend it to you. Like, I have to. So today I'm sharing with you my best read of 2025 that you should read. No, that you must read. So let's get into it. So I narrowed the list to 7 to 8 books that I felt like the best read of 2025. Okay, so I'm starting with Gods and Monsters series by V. Nicole. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I have posted tons of video about that book. I have said like 100 times that how much I love that book, and that's probably the best book I have ever read. And that's the one and only book series that I have rated 6 stars and even infinity stars. No amount of praise is enough for that book series, how I felt in my heart. So the book actually starts with the book of Azrael. Until now, 4 books are out, and the whole series has consumed my every thought.
This book is basically about Diana, who is a monster, and she has been serving under a guy named Caden. He's also a monster. So she was sent on a mission to find a book, like a book of Azrael. So Azrael is basically a god who died. So in this world, gods are dead. Like all the gods died in God's war, and Azrael was one of the god. And apparently, he wrote a book. In that book, he has mentioned the ways you can kill a god, like actually kill a god. But then it might be a myth because gods cannot be killed. Girl Diana, she goes on hunting the book and she meets Samkail. Samkail is actually the god king, the god king. And Samkail, he is the god king who has apparently shot himself in the realm of his house, in his palace, because he still blames himself for all the destructions that happened during the gods war, and he blames himself. Now they meet, and it's like perfect enemies to lovers, and it is the perfect enemies to lovers. And let me tell you, there is a slow burn, there is tension going on between them, and they share the purest form of love. Like their love feels so pure. Let me tell you, both of them are dangerous. Like touch him or die, and even touch her and die.
These two are not compromising with each other. Like, they can kill the whole world, but nothing could happen. Like, nothing should happen to them, to their loved ones. I ate this book up. Like, I totally ate this book up, and I loved it. And I have said this like 1,000 times, and I'm saying it again, that I have never read a book series. Like, I have never read a plot, never read a story as good as them, like as good as this series. Okay, so the next one is This Woven Kingdom by Tera Hamafi. And yes, she is the same author who wrote Shatter Me series. Yes, she's the same author. She's the same person who made Aaron Warner. I still think about this book like a lot. And the best part is it has lots of yearning, like 4 books, and they have not still kissed. You can imagine now. And I'm like so excited for book 5 because okay, I know what's gonna happen. I mean, I hope so. Come on, I can hope. I can still hope, right? Because she made me wait till book 5, so I'm really hoping that something might happen in book. I mean, the level of yearning you're gonna get in this book is so I rated this whole book series 5 stars, and you will fall in love with Cyrus. You will absolutely fall in love with Cyrus.
And in this world, right? So there are jinns and there are clay clans. Jinns, the jinn clan are dead, and they are waiting for a queen, which is Alize. Now she was hidden by her family, and she has been working as a housemaid, not as a housemaid, more like a servant in a powerful house, hiding her identity so that nobody will come near her to kill.
I don't know. I still okay. I even don't know how to explain this, but this book is like so good, and there is love triangles. Yes, there. But trust me when I say this, you are gonna love this book. This man, okay, this book is exactly kind of book in which the book is YA, but the MMC isn't, because Cyrus, oh god, he is spicy, like he's so hot. This book is so slow burn that you will only meet Cyrus at the end of first book. Yes. It's kind of weird, but in a good way. Number 3, Monster Trilogy by Rina Ken. Honestly, I was not prepared for that. Okay, so this book is one of my favorite dark romance books I have ever read. As someone who hates and loves dark romance at the same time, I absolutely ate this book. I love Kirill, I love Shasha, and I am really excited to read Vaughn's book, which is Hon the Villain. Yeah, so if you have read Legacy of God series, we have our sixth member of Hideans. I don't know, is it six or fifth? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the white max guy, if you remember that guy of white max, yes, that's Vaughn. And we are getting his book Hunt the Villain this year. And Monster Trilogy actually belongs to his parents. And trust me when I say this, this book is one of the best book Rena Kent has ever written. Okay, and you will fall in love with this book, I am 100% sure. So let me just give you a little description about this book.
So there is this girl Shasha. They are in Russian military, and she has disguised herself as a man. So she has disguised herself as a boy, and she is hiding in Russian military for two purposes. Like for one purpose was to find out the reason behind her family's massacre, and second was to keep herself safe because you cannot randomly kill anyone in military, right? And she meets Kirill, who is her supervisor, who will be her supervisor later on, and apparently she finds out that his father might have something to do with her family's massacre. So she follows Kirill to New York,
I'm
and
100% sure that you are gonna love this book like so much, and I am 100% sure that Kirill is not going to disappoint you. He is absolutely a daddy. I said what I said, and yes, I read the book 5 stars, like total 5. So the next book is for fourth wing girlies. It's called Shield of Sparrows.
so this book follows a princess named Odessa, and she was unfavored princess who was about to get married to a guy. And her sister was prepared to be a queen of some another nation, like she was trained to be a queen from birth, and she was like spared princess. So she was like a spared princess, or unfavored one. But when the prince came to her kingdom, he asked for her hands. Yeah, he literally asked to marry her. And apparently, what we find is her father, the king, he was planning to send his daughter, like her sister, as a spy. That's why for her whole life she was trained for being a spy. But Odesha, she had no idea of spying. She had no idea of how she's gonna be a queen. So it was quite challenging. And there are like lots of monsters in the book with whom they are gonna fight. And moreover, it's more like animals who are diseased, so they become like monsters. Kind of.
It's a best, like it's kind of a best vibe for romanticy. Or it has slow burn, it has enemies to lovers, and the tension. Oh girlies, do not ask me of this book was so frustrating for me. Until now only first book has been released, and I loved it, and I rated the book 5 stars, and it was like so much worth it. I cannot even tell you the amount of tension I felt during the book, and I had no idea how to think about it, and it was really frustrating. And by frustrating, of course, I mean in a good way, like in a really good way. One thing about me, I don't really read that much romance books because I hate spice in romance. Yeah, and please tell me I'm not the only one, but I really hate spice in romance books. I feel like those are really unrealistical, and romance books are, I love watching rom-com, right? Don't get me wrong, I love watching rom-com. I love the stories, I enjoy rom-coms a lot, but reading romance books are like really boring for me. And spice in romance book, that is something I don't really prefer, because when I'm reading a romance book I want it to be like more realistic. No idea what I'm saying, but yeah, the point is I hate spice in romance book, so I don't usually go for romance book. But this friend of mine, she suggested me to read Hope This Does Not Finds You. And so it's a YA romance that follows Sadie and Yulian. and it doesn't have any spice, and it has like this perfect enemies to lovers course, and I love this book. These two people, they are like academic rivals since they were like very small, like since school they were like this academic rival, and they're fighting over everything, like everything, and they hate each other, and I don't know, it's just so cute. This book is kind of like two boys I have ever loved before, except instead of love letters, Lara Jean actually sends hate letters.
This girl Sadie, she wrote tons of hate emails, right? Like lots of hate emails. She was this very introvert girl who can actually express his feeling. So she would just write them letters and keep them on her. And one day something happens, and all of her emails get sent, including his email, where everything of how much she hates him, like how much he is pretty to be hated. Like how can he be so pretty and jerk at the same time? And trust me when I say this, you're gonna love this book. You are absolutely gonna love this book.
So moving to the next one, I have these three thriller books that I absolutely loved. These are The Teacher and The Boyfriend, and these both are from Freda McFadden. And I know everybody loves Freda McFadden's book. When I go for a thriller read, I really want it to traumatize me, to be honest. Like, I want to be like really shocked by the end. Like, I don't really like to predict the ending, but which I mostly do. And these two books, there was no way in hell I was able to predict. I low-key feel like if I read this book now, I might be like able to predict the ending, but still I rated both of the book 5 stars, and these are like so good.
So starting with the boyfriend, it starts with a girl named Sydney. She is like 35 years old and she isn't married yet. So her mother, she's like forcing her to get married soon. And she has dated almost every bachelor's in the city, New York. Very terrible luck of finding man. Like she's on every dating app trying to find a man. And she meets this guy, and he is so perfect. Like he's the perfect boyfriend you could ever ask for. But there is also a serial killer roaming in the city who actually dates the girl, dates people, and kills them.
And the plot twist in this book, it's really good. You have to read this, like really read this. And moving to The Teacher, it also shocked me. I think there are like 3 plot twists in this book, and all of those got me screaming because I was literally crying out of fear while reading this book.
Okay, so this book follows two girls, more like one girl and a woman. The woman, she is a high school teacher, and the girl, she studies in the same high school where this woman teaches. Now, this woman has a um, very simple life. She wakes up and she goes to school with her husband. Her husband is also a teacher. And so, okay, so like everybody loves her husband, but at the same time, everybody hates her because she is this strict math teacher. Everybody hates one, and he is this poet. I think his name is, I think poet. I think he teaches poetics or something. Yeah, now there is another girl who's, I don't remember her name, Addie. Yeah, her name is Addie, and she has a history with teacher. And this girl, Addie, she cannot be trusted because she lies, and she had been caught with a teacher. More like scandal. More like she had this scandal with a teacher which ruined her, like which ruined the teacher's life. And that teacher was a really good friend of Eve, so she hates Addie because she actually destroyed his career, and Eve knows that he was innocent, so she lied about something.
It's kind of a messed up thing, and let me tell you something, there is no way you will able to find out the truth. Like, there is no way that you will able to find out the plot twist in this book, because yes, I love this book. Like, I absolutely ate this book up, and this is so good. So the next thriller book I've got is The Perfect Marriage, and to be honest, initially I thought that I wouldn't recommend it to you because I actually predicted the ending really fast. But let me tell you something, the truth, like the everything, the plot is 10 out of 10, and I think you will love it.
So in this book, there is a woman who is a lawyer, a criminal defense lawyer. Like she's the best criminal defense lawyer in the whole city, and her husband is caught up in a murder case. Yes. Now she's trying her best to solve the murder, and in order to prove her husband is innocent.
And to find out rest what happened, you have to read the book. Like, you have to read the book. I really think that this is one of the best crime book you can read. And trust me when I say this, I loved this book. Although there were like plot holes in it, you know what I mean, right? But still, it was a really good read. So that's it. That was my best read of 2025 after reading 66 books. And if you have read any of those books, please tell me because we really need to talk about it. And if you have not, then consider this as a sign to add it on your TBR. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely read more books this year.